Hi, my name is Max Hung. Mark's out today, so I'm taking over Bugsmashers. Let's get started.
Bugsmashers!
So today we get a fun little bug that lets you generate fuel from your heat exhaust and your power consumption, which means we have finally overcome entropy. But they don't want it, so we gotta get rid of it. The way the designers found out about this is that while they were balancing pipes, they were balancing the fuel consumption for all the fuel intakes, the fuel tanks, and the flight controller. And they noticed that if they turned everything off and they just idled a ship and just floated there, they would be generating fuel. So it took a while to dig around. Here's what we use to control our pipes system. So we have our pipe system that controls how heat is passed around the ship, how power is passed around the ship. And it turns out that there's this fun little part where you can decide on when a pipe comes online and offline, and decide on where they would get connected. So the way that it originally was that it would just connect to every kind of pipes. Whatever came online, it would immediately connect to, and then you would be able to see something like this. Let me make sure. Yeah. All right. So here we are in the code, or in the game. I made a special Gladius, or I repurposed the old Gladius to show this off. So we have these C bars I can spell. If we burn a little bit of fuel and then we come to an idle, you notice, you notice in the top right, we see that numbers are slowly climbing up 1 unit every couple seconds, every other second. This is a special Gladius that doesn't have any fuel intake, so it shouldn't be generating any fuel at all. But here we see it's coming back up slowly and slowly and slowly. So you can see it around this top right section. So it took a little bit of digging around, and we found out that because the way pipes work, something was pushing stuff into the fuel pipes, and then these fuel tanks were pulling in that amount. This isn't like science class where units are important. It's just a number goes in, number comes out. Apparently, it's going into the fuel tanks, and we dug around and found that in both the power and the heat connection, power and heat, we were connecting to any kind of pipes because there's no specific part where it says, oh, this is a heat pipe or a fuel pipe or whatever. And so all we had to do was put in these checks to make sure that we're connecting to a power pipe. And if we combine that, stop the game, combine that, we do it over here as well. What is this power? Entity, component, heat. We do it here as well on pipe connect. We do if, and I already forgot, pipe class. If we do that, compile the code, this will make sure that our heat connection will only connect to the heat pipes, and our power connection only connects to the power pipes. So now it won't be so now these connections won't be randomly pushing in values everywhere and breaking the laws of physics. Now that it's done compiling, we bring up our same level with the same Gladius. Now remember that this is the special Gladius that doesn't have any fuel intakes. So we just turn on pipes, turn on the name, fuel. And notice that if we fly around, you can even tell right now that you can see the number is steadily going down. I only took out the fuel intakes, but while the plane is in flight, it'll putting it in idle will keep it burning fuel. So now that we're in idle and just floating here, it's burning fuel like it's supposed to. And now the heat and the power are no longer contributing to your fuel intakes. And so we have our disappointing conclusion where we have to follow the laws of physics. We can't just generate fuel from heat and pipe. We have to have them contribute, we have to push their resources to their proper pipes and not just to all of them, and prevent you from getting free fuel just by flying your ship. So next time, Mark may or may not be back. We'll see what happens next time. This is Max Hung. Thanks for joining me for Bugsmashers.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in the Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.